Libra, happy birthday to you. Guess what? I've got a special birthday treat for you. This is going to be your free birthday reading. So for those of you who are into tarot readings, and let's say you couldn't afford one this year, or you didn't want to invest, or maybe you're not ready to invest, I got you, boo. So we're going to look at three or a few different sections. I figured I'd break this down for you, Libra, this month, or your birthday month. Happy birthday to you again. So we're going to look at how you are evolving. So what I like to do is I like to look at our birthdays or our solar returns as the new year, our personal new year. So this is going to be your new year, and we're going to see how it is that you are evolving in this new year. After we look at how you are evolving this new year, we're going to look at what your focus should be. Just some suggestions on what you should focus your energy towards throughout this entire year of your solar return, now that you are insert age. And then finally, I'll get you some advice on how you should maneuver, pretty much like how you should focus that energy throughout the year. We'll get some advice. I think that intro is long enough. Let's cast a circle of divine protection so that only our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides are able to communicate messages rooted in divine love, wisdom, and truth to us. Shay. Asking our spirit team to please come forth, and asking the great mother, the great father, and the holy source to come through. Okay, so I've never really set up my prayer in that way. I've never said like the great mother, the great father, and the holy force. So I do feel like there is something with you, Libra, that first off, let me just big y'all up. Libra, you're the sign of duality. Some of my best friends growing up have been Libras, like my best of friends. Y'all are so colorful and fun. You're beautiful. Like Libra to me is usually the most beautiful out of all of the signs. Like there's those signs that are sexy, those signs that are mysterious, those signs that are ethereal, those signs that are captivating and bold. But when I think of Libra, I think of just captivating classic beauty, like Marilyn Monroe, or like an old Hollywood actress. I'm trying to think of the name of this old black Hollywood actress, but she ended up being murdered for her beauty, like underneath it all. But it's just this classic beauty about you. And the thing that you do, Libra, is you bring beauty into the world. Like whatever you do, you bring beauty into it. And I wanted to say that going into this reading, I saw a blue jay. So I don't know if a blue jay is symbolic to any of you, maybe symbolic for you, for like your ancestors. I just felt like it was an ancestral presence, in particular, maybe a grandpop, maybe some of y'all say grandpop. But there was a blue jay at the start of your reading outside my window. I scared it off because I closed my window to negate some noise from the outside of my apartment complex. But anyhow, all that to say that you are amazing at making things beautiful. So I want to encourage you, Libra, if you haven't done this yet, to step more into your artistic abilities and really expand that this year. And this is what I'm kind of channeling without even pulling cards, but to really expand how it is that you bring beauty into the world, and because what you don't realize that you do with your beauty, whether it's the beauty that you wear on your skin, through your fashion, through your hair, through your artistry, however your artistry appears. Maybe you're a chef, maybe you're a hairstylist, maybe you're an actual painter, maybe you're a sculptor, maybe you are someone who does arboretum type of art where you are able to shape and mold and trim bushes and plants. Whatever your thing is, right? Libra, what you don't realize is that your beauty is the thing that balances the evil out in the world. There's an anime cartoon. It's called Castlevania Nocturne, and the newest Castlevania Nocturne at the time of this recording is about, basically, just watch the show if you got to be into Dracula and into anime cartoons. But like that aside, though, what I'm trying to say is that there's this character who's became what they call a night creature, like this creature that becomes like a servant to like Dracula, basically, or not Dracula, like to this female vampire who's really depicting Queen Elizabeth, but let's not get weird about it. Her name in the show is Ezerbeth. And what I'm trying to say is that this creature was a night creature, but he would sing, and he was like rebellious against doing the killings that he was that the night creatures are orchestrated to do against humanity. And so they put him they're like, all right, he's not ready yet. His heart, his soul fully isn't dark. So they put him in a cage. But when he was in the cage, all he would do is he would sing operettas, and he would just sing opera songs over and over and over again. And it would start to illuminate the hearts of the other night creatures that would hear him sing. And it would be like, oh my gosh, what is that beautiful sound? They didn't like that first. It's like, oh, shut that thing up. But they didn't like it because it was activating their heart chakra. They didn't like it because it was opening their heart chakra. So this is what I feel that you are going to be doing with your artistry and just with how you make things beautiful. You activate the heart chakra in others through your artwork. So I just want to say that to encourage you and to, really to help you to feel supported, that we need the beauty that you bring in the world, however you bring it. So now that we've got that channel done, let's see how Spirit is saying that you are evolving. So Spirit guides, let us know, how is Libra evolving this year? They're telling me to take these 2 cards that when I split the deck fell out. So I'm going to take them. Okay, we have, wow, beyond the ordinary. And just even looking at this looks like a very like artistic card. It looks like someone who has had like a paint fight and just splash paint all over a canvas. But I do feel some of you may be turning 45, or this might be a year 4 or a year 5 or a year number 9 in numerology. If you're wondering what your year is in numerology, you can Google a numerology calculator and it'll tell you are in the year of, you're in the year of this, or you can look it up on like a phone app. There are plenty of numerology apps. One is I was going to say one is Numerologist, but I think that just tells you like your birthday calculator. I don't know if it tells you like the year and theme that you're actually in. The app is on my phone, so I can't I record on my phone, so I can't tell you at the moment. But I'll leave it in the link if you guys want to know the app that I use to monitor my year number theme, my month number theme, and my day number theme, okay? But I do feel that this is of significance for you, Libra. If some of you, if you're in the year number 9, is what I'm feeling for many of you, because with this 4 and 5, which adds up to 9, I do sense that with that 9 energy, that means that something is going to come to an end. There's a closing. There's a door. There's a chapter that is closing. There's a summary that you are finalizing. This summary that you are finalizing is one that is going to allow you to embrace a new version of yourself, regardless if you're in numerology year number 9 or not. Libra, this year of evolution, I'm seeing that you are evolving into a new version of yourself, one that you can fully feel comfortable in. If you've not felt comfortable in your skin for a long time, if Libra, and I feel like this is very on point for you because you're the sign of people pleasing, you're the diplomat of the zodiac. Again, you're the scales, you're the mayat, you're balance, you are karma and walking flesh. A lot of times you guys are really good at extracting revenge. People think fucking Scorpio is, fuck that. Libra, y'all are really good at it, and y'all do it naturally, like because you're the sign of revenge. You're the sign of karmic debts being paid and being collected. Okay, so you pay karmic debt and you collect easily. So with that, I do feel that you tend to, Libra, be of people-pleasing nature. You tend to comply, or there's the polar opposite Libras who are very boastful, almost arrogant. I'm gonna call y'all out. It is what it is. It's all love. We got to look at all parts of ourselves, because arrogance can also be a benefit to you. Sometimes you got to be arrogant to really stand out of a crowd and to get seen and get picked for something. But what I mean to say is that because you guys are one of the most intelligent signs in the zodiac, yes you are, next to Gemini, next to Pisces. Okay, Einstein was a Pisces, so I'm going to always put Pisces people as the most intelligent, and they are the eldest sign of the zodiac. So they are the wisest and the most intelligent. But Libra, you're up there. You're really fucking up there. So because of that, you can tend to get mentally bored with people, and it can cause you to spar unnecessarily, or to just be unnecessarily combative, or unnecessarily talk shit, or just always have to have a comment. It's like, oh my god, shut the fuck up, Libra. We know that this is not pretty. We know that because a lot of times, like Virgo, you guys can tend to pick out the things that are not in balance, that are not beautiful, that are not nice looking, that are not nice smelling, that are not nice feeling. And again, you're not doing it in a way like we're Virgo, and I don't want to focus on Virgo, but Virgo does it to perfect things. You guys do it to just bring things into order, bring things into natural balance and into natural alignment. So a lot of times you have to be the contradicting agent, the contradicting factor. If a room is moving in one way, to bring it into balance, you have to be the opposite thing, because to bring something into balance, polarities are not the same. You have a plus and a minus sign when you work with batteries for a reason. So you're usually either the plus or the minus. So however you appear in your skin, in your life, in your presence, I feel that that's metamorphosizing to the other way. So if you're someone who tends to be a little bit more of that extroverted Libra, who's not afraid to speak your mind, who has that more type A personality, that more dominant masculine personality, I see you shifting more into your feminine side in this birthday year of you. And for those of you who are more feminine in your approach, you move more in that true Venusian energy of just being people pleasing and being of everyone else, and then you'll fix your plate after everyone else eats, and then you realize, oh shit, there's no more of macaroni and cheese, which is the thing that I really wanted the most at my own fucking party. So it's like things like that. You're going to start to not put yourself last, and I think that's a very beautiful message for you, Libra. Looking at here, quieting the mind, again with 5 energy, with 3 and 2 reducing to 5, but quieting the mind, I see that this is a year again of recollection and self-discovery. The 2 major words that I'm hearing coming up: recollection and self-discovery, recalling past memories of, because one thing about you, Libra, you're really good at recollecting things. Your memory is like an elephant, just like Taurus. You're very good at reflecting. You're really good at recalling traumas. And honestly, I'll be honest, look, don't come here if y'all don't want it real, okay? If you want it real, come to me, baby. If you don't want it real, I guess I can maybe suggest some other tarot readers that aren't real, but I don't even really fuck with them, so I probably can't do that. But what I mean to say is that y'all can be a little high maintenance and a little fucking dramatic. All right, and like I said, some of my besties, all besties are Libras. And some of the bitches that I've hated the most have been Libras. I'm gonna keep it a bean right now. So y'all tend to have a little bit of a high maintenance way to you at times, and that high maintenance way can get in the way of you allowing yourself to feel like at ease. Libras, you have a very busy mind. I would say next to Aquarius, you have the most active mind, and the most active mind in a sense where you're going back and forth between things. It's like you don't know how to decide. So I'm feeling that this year of your evolution, you are going to learn how to quiet your mind, how to ground your energy, how to come into, there's going to be one technique. It could be a technique that you learn in counseling. It could be a technique that you learn on TikTok. It could be a technique that you learn from reading a book. It could be a technique that you learn from talking to a friend that talked to a friend that talked to a friend and learned this. One time I had a friend, I was going through some really bad anxiety as I was starting to realize in my life that I was done with my whole corporate exploration and professional journey. Loved my experiences, but I was at the end of that journey, and the way that my body was starting to show me was giving me panic attacks while a bitch was at work, y'all. Okay, and my position, I was responsible for leading a lot of people. So a lot of people's personal roles depended on me being present and being clear-minded and being able to show up on stage, you know? So I just say all of that to say that the technique that I had learned was, you know, when you are feeling a panic attack or anxiety attack come on, and I feel like some of you've been suffering with panic attacks, you've been suffering with anxiety, maybe a little bit more than usual, and this year is going to be your time to learn how to deal with your anxieties, learn how to deal with your panic attacks, learn how to quiet the mind. But the thing that I had learned was to pick a color. Let's say right now, pick the color red, y'all. All right, so we're gonna go with the color red, and during your your anxiety or panic attacks, or when you feel it coming on, before you feel it coming on, that's really the key, to get to it before it fully onsets, to spot as many things as you can in the room or around you that's red, and to say the name of it. Okay, so right now I can see my red statue, I can see my red glue stick, I can see a red air conditioner outside, I can see a red notebook, I can see a red pen, I see a red pencil. And what it does is it distracts your mind from the spiral that it's about to go through. It's not foolproof, but it's a very highly effective way, and this is a technique that she learned from her counselor. So I mean, things like that, you're going to come into knowledge of something that you will actually put into practice, and it can be something so small, but this so small, it's like Jack and the Beanstalk is what your guides are showing me. If most of y'all probably know the tale of Jack and the Beanstalk, and when he plants that seed and how that seed grows into a huge fucking beanstalk. Like, who the fuck thought that 3 little beans are gonna grow up to be a huge beanstalk that takes you to the heavens of the giants, where you can steal a golden egg? Like, what the fuck? Okay, so this is what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like you are going to plant these little tiny little seeds that you find. But these tiny little seeds are going to give you the wellness, the mental and the emotional wellness that will ultimately affect your physical wellness as well. But Libras, you guys tend to keep it together. Like, you'll keep it together. You'll keep your hair done. You'll keep your body's toned. You'll keep your outfits nice. Like, y'all will keep up the appearances for the most part. But the inside might be shit. The inside might just be like in total turmoil. And I feel that this year you're not doing that anymore. This year you are actually evolving into a stable, emotionally stable, mentally stable, internally stable, grounded, clear-minded, self-assured, self-reassured, self-confident being overall. You know, just coming into balance with yourself, and that's powerful. Great Spirit, show us, what should the focus be for Libra this birthday for them? Laying things to rest. I'm going to leave it at that one card. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit card. This is definitely a year of solitude for you. And I was feeling that before, but I was like, maybe not really. You know, it's too early in this, but I do feel like this is not a year where a lot of shit is going to be popping off and going on. If anything, this might be a year where you're coming to conclusions. You're, like I said, you might be moving on from an entirely different profession. Like, you're like, you know what, I've done this like I did. I did learning and development for about 15 years. And then I said, all right, I'm done. I'm going to be a tarot reader. Like, what the fuck? That's a huge jump, but it was a calling that I could not ignore. So you may have a similar huge, massive transition where it's like, you know what, I was doing that and now I want to do this. Or it could just be that you are going to begin to take very seriously the lane of professionalism that you're in. You might just take that shit to the max. You might say, you know, I'm tired of fucking around. I'm tired of playing around. I'm going to actually bust my ass. I'm going to actually really put my art out. I'm going to actually really go for that promotion. I'm going to actually really try to start this company. Like, there's something that you're going to actually do because you've taken the time to go within. This is a year of you going within, like I said before, of recollection and reflecting. So the focus for you is to let shit go. Like I was saying before, you guys tend to be a little high maintenance and a little melodramatic at times, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like about y'all though, because it's a part of the excitement. Like, I love how y'all feel. Y'all go through the feels of things. Like, you feel shit. Like, you feel your anger, you feel your excitement, you feel your joy. You know, whether you show what you're feeling around everybody, it definitely does come out in your art, or it does need to come out in an artistic way. Libra, you are the sign of air who needs an artistic outlet. You are the artist of the air signs. The 3 air signs is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Gemini is the communicator. They have to write that shit out. They have to communicate it out. They have to talk it out. Aquarius is the orchestrator. They are the networker. They have to collaborate that shit out. They have to get a whole fucking, you know, village together that works together, that cleans, you know, garbage from the lakes. Like, that's Aquarius. Libra, you are the beautifier. You're the one that creates the art, that creates the music, that creates the things that we visually, audio, taste tastefully, like all the senses, because again, you're Venus, and Venus is the ruler of the five senses, the ruler of pleasure. Venus is also represented by the number 5, and you have the number 5 that did show up a few times. 5 here, 5 here, there's 4 here, and there's 4 here, and here again with the number 9 with the Hermit card. So just a reminder to you that this is a year of you putting shit to rest. I do feel that you may need to hire help. You might need to recruit help to put shit to rest. This could be starting a class, a course, learning shadow work, investing in books, in psychology. If you don't have a way to pay for therapy, if you don't have a way to pay to go to someone, if you're in a religious organization, you may have religious leaders that can help you there if you trust them. If you're happy at that religious organization, there may be outreach centers, community centers, and free groups, free therapy groups. Very soon I will be starting my own therapy group. I will not say what type it is. I'm actually working on the blueprint for 2 forms of therapy groups. One which will be more for a general public, one which will be for a selected group of individuals. So stay tuned for that. That will be it will be a free group. I will just say one of them will be. But for the most part, you may need to find some type of support system, some type of support group, because Libra, you tend to, like I said before, have this arrogance where you know it all because you're so fucking smart. You're so fucking brilliant. You're so damn smart that you know it all. So you tend to not really know how to speak up when you need help. It's almost, it could be a little embarrassing when you don't know something and now you have to reach out for help. And also, some of you are so used to being of service to others that you don't know how to ask for help because you're always the person that people are going to for help. So it's like, wait a minute, the helper needs help? What the freak? But you don't know yet that people love to help those that help them. And those that don't like to help you after you've helped them a lot, those are the ones that you now learn, you now see. It's like, okay, I see you. You're now clipped. You're now weight that can drop to the bottom of the ocean. I don't have to carry you anymore while I'm swimming to keep you afloat. So the truth can also reveal to you, or the truth can be revealed to you in the characters of individuals when you actually show that vulnerability to them. So Libra, this is a year for you to be vulnerable. So one of the things that you have to lay to rest is your vulnerability. It could be other principles of things that are hindrances to you that are in relation to a stubborn nature. So however it is that it appears in your shadow is something that you should consider working through by journaling, again, recruiting help. And this is going to allow you, when you clear out these baggages, it's going to allow you to it's going to allow you to feel lighter. I don't know. It's just going to allow you to feel a lot lighter. And this is a year where I know this is not a bunch of, well, these are like a bunch of like spirits around her in this Hermit card. Wow. 4 swords and 8 of swords. But I just want to say that I feel like you will be moving more closely in connection with your ancestors, or like I was saying going into this, there was a blue jay, that grandfather spirit that I felt. Could be a grandmother, but I felt like a grandfather, like a grandpop. I see that you're going to be moving more into like a spiritualism, like moving more into like a spiritual nature. Not spiritualism in a sense where it's like you may start like your own practice of something. You may start really practicing and your ancestry and learning how to do ancestral veneration. You might end up by the end of your birthday, or I say your new year, again, you know why, by the end of your new year, or this year for you, of your birthday, you might end up having up an ancestor altar, and you didn't have that before. Or you may start to go to the grave sites of your grandparents. So you may want to do your genealogy. You may want to get your DNA. You may want to do your family tree. There's something about you connecting with your bloodline and understanding more of who you are. And that, again, is going to help to bring in your ancestors are like wanting to connect with you on that level to help to protect you a little bit more, help to protect your mind. Because Libra, you are one of the most psychic signs in astrology. A lot of people oversee that. They don't talk about how much Libra is psychic. They don't talk about how how psychic Libra is. One of the world's most renowned popular psychics of more today, she has since passed, RIP, is Sylvia Brown. Sylvia Brown was a Libra, if my memory serves me correctly. I'm almost 95% sure she was a Libra. And I just always remember looking up to her, and her and I share a last name, even though she has an E on hers. But I always remember looking up to her and be like, damn, I want to be just like Sylvia Brown one day. And I remember being mad, like, shit, I wish I was a Libra, not a Pisces, because Pisces aren't, but, you know, Pisces are fucking... Okay, I'm not gonna talk about Pisces, but they're super psychic as well. Probably the most. But anyhow, Libra, you are highly, highly, highly psychic beings. And the type of psychic gifts that you tend to have are mediumship. So a lot of times the busy thoughts that you're getting are the thoughts that you're picking up from dead, could be dead relatives, from the dead in general. Like, we think that we're in like our houses or our buildings where we're working at and we're good, but there was something that was there. History is infinite. History goes on forever. That land, if it was not crumbled down before or swept away or exploded or underwater, even if it was underwater and rose up at a time, that land had occupants of other beings. So there's no telling if you're building your apartment, your house is on top of bones that we don't even know were there because it's so old. Like, the earth is so fucking ancient, y'all. Everywhere you step, you're stepping on history. So a lot of that history that you may be near, I would also recommend doing historical research on your like land to make sure like you are not somewhere that's just to understand like where you live. Because if you understand where you live and if you can protect yourself from like harmful energies, like if you live near a cemetery, you want to protect your mind and your spirit from channeling those energies all the time, is what I'm trying to say, y'all. I just want to say that y'all are very very active channelers of other people, of other ghost spirits. And I don't mean that like in a scary way, like you're going to see dead people. You just might get thoughts that don't belong to you. And you're like, fuck, I can't focus because I feel like I have fucking ADD. But you don't. You're just a channeler. You're just fucking psychic. And no one's ever diagnosed you as psychic. They diagnose you as ADD and they give you Ritalin and they make you focus. So let's get your advice and get you out of here. Libra, I know I'm rambling a little bit, but I do want to just say thank you for being here, and I hope that whatever it is that you end up doing, I have your cards, that you have a special, special, special birthday, and if it has already passed, happy belated birthday to you. So I have two cards here. One card, full moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you. Didn't we say that you're going to be coming out this new version of yourself? So you're getting further encouragement. And look, don't let pride get in your way. I fucking told you gotta ask for help, bro. I just shoveled. Y'all saw. So look, show the world the real you is, again, just reinforcing that this is time for you to stop people pleasing, stop putting on, you know, if you are one of those people that kind of fluff up, if you peacock, look up what peacocking means. Like, if you peacock a lot, like, chill out with that shit. It's not necessary. You're more beautiful when you don't do that. And if you don't like show up enough, if you're more like timid and quiet and reserved and held back, it's time for you to live more authentically. All right, so however it fits. And also, don't let pride get in your way. Ask for help, recruit help, buy courses, buy classes. I don't have any at this moment, but I will in time start to have more courses and have more lesson plans that you guys can access from me if you're interested in that. Again, like I said, I've been doing learning and development for almost 20 years, so who better to teach you than myself? So those tools and resources are on the way for me, but in the interim, go out in the world and see what can help you. I always will recommend working with a professional counselor that you are compatible with, okay? Because not every therapist is for every person. So let's get some more advice for you. Definitely allow help to come in to, you don't have to carry this weight alone, your burdens or your weight alone, you know? Even if some of you are trying to lose weight, try to recruit help. If you're trying to like lose, you know, those extra little pounds around the waist or whatever. Okay, and we're going to go with just this. We have study, read, and research more. We did say, I mean, y'all, okay, this is my energy being attuned with you, Libra. You already know you're one of the most psychic signs in the zodiac. So I just want to reinforce that. Learn more about yourself. I would recommend studying Carl Jung, and that's Jung. So Carl Jung, Jung, and understanding the shadow psychology of ourselves, and also trying to learn a few techniques that you can just study online through therapy to work through some of your anxieties and depressions that you may have had suffered with before. I want to just pull out mountains, because mountains is really sticking out to me. I'm feeling like you're going to learn to be still like mountain, to be as still, as rooted, as planted as a mountain, to be as rock solid as a mountain. So if you feel flighty and you feel like your fucking shit is everywhere all the time, you're going to learn to ground, like I said before, and nothing gets more or feels more like hard, solid ground, stable ground than a damn mountain. Okay. And then the last card you have is Sophia's light. How beautiful. So Sophia, I've mentioned this a few times, is the Greek depiction of the Great Mother when we are looking at Greek Gnostic text. And that's a form of Christianity that predates the current Christian text that we look at. So Gnostic text predates our current biblical texts. And what Sophia represents, again, is the Great Mother. She represents wisdom, divine light, and divine illumination. So I do feel that you will be going through a illumination process. You will be going through a spiritual rebirth. We've said that from the start, that this is definitely an evolutionary point for you, but it's an evolutionary point in which you are going to shine light on the shadows. That's what Sophia's light is here to do. I almost feel like that's what she's doing here. She's helping you to shine light down on shadows, to cast those shadows forth, cast them out. Allow yourself to be in solitude this year. It doesn't mean like don't go out, don't do anything. Follow the flow, y'all. But allow yourself to really connect with self. This is your year of self-discovery. Who are you, Libra? Who are you? And with that said, I just want to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Libra. Happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope you have a very special birthday. I love you. Love Naturalee's out.